For the past decade, Korea came to face various traffic problems due to rapid social changes from the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the increase of the number of cars on the road to over 20 million. In Korea, intelligent traffic system that combines many transport systems and road infrastructure with the latest AI technology. As a result, safety, efficiency, economic feasibility, and the public transportation services have improved. Currently, Korea's ITS is applied in various areas such as vehicle management, toll payments, speed control, and parking. FTMS, Freeway Traffic Management System. FTMS collects various data from sensors and CCTVs installed over roads and process it at the Traffic Information Center to offer it to the public through diverse venues such as smartphones, digital traffic signs, automotive navigation systems, and traffic updates. BIS, Bus Information System. The Bus Information System collects the location information of buses, then processes and transmits the information at the Traffic Information Center to make it available in real time through venues such as smartphones and bus stations. The ITS system boasts of a high level of user satisfaction thanks to the provision of diverse information such as the current location of the bus, estimated arrival time, bus intervals, and the schedule for the last bus of the day. ATCS, Electronic Toll Collection System. The ETCS collects tolls without cars having to make a stop by using a wireless communication between a terminal unit in the car and the repeater installed by the road. Through this, the payment process can be accelerated, thereby reducing the traffic congestion, which can occur near toll booths. Currently, the usage of HiPass has reached 85.2%, and the amount of carbon dioxide reduced each year thanks to HiPass is similar to the effect of planting 2 million trees. The smart tolling system, also called multi-lane HiPass, has been introduced. The multi-lane HiPass system utilizes the HiPass and image recognition technology to enable cars to drive past the toll booth at the same speed as it did on the main road, reducing the possibility of accidents, travel time, and operation costs, as well as enhancing traffic safety compared to the existing HiPass system. ATES, Automatic Traffic Enforcement System. The Automatic Traffic Enforcement System uses the sensor installed over the road to detect and record cars that violated traffic laws, and then sends the information to the Traffic Information Center. The information is then passed on to each police station so that fines can be levied. PIS, Parking Information System. The PIS detects the availability of space in the parking lot using various sensors and feeds the information to the Traffic Information Center in real time. The Traffic Information Center processes the information, allowing users to find the nearest parking spot. Real-time Traffic Signal System, Smart Intersection. Smart Intersection System is a traffic system combined with a deep learning-based AI image detection technology. The system detects vehicles entering the intersection, analyzes the image, and utilizes the result to control the traffic signals in real time, linked with the intersection traffic signal control system. By optimally operating the signals in real time, the system can reduce traffic congestions at intersection and improve the traffic flow. Real-time Signal Control System, Priority Signal for Emergency Vehicle. The Priority Signal for Emergency Vehicle refers to the system that shares the destination of emergency vehicles, such as ambulances, in advance, and temporarily controls the traffic lights and route so that the vehicle may preemptively pass. Next-Gen ITS. With the commercialization of CITS, which provides to drivers the information on road hazards, such as the traffic situation in nearby areas, sudden stops and unexpected incidents gathered by cars on the road, the number of traffic accidents and social costs will be greatly reduced. Also, Korea is promoting a cooperative automated driving project in which self-driving cars can safely and efficiently travel on the road in connection with the road infrastructure.
Pada pagi ini saya gembira kerana dijemput untuk merasmikan itu satu Malaysia Korea signing MOU, memorandum of understanding to enhance partnership in infrastructure development and construction technology. Ini berkaitan dengan ITS, Intelligent Transport System. Malaysia dan Korea ni dah lama dah ada yang dikatakan perhubungan di antara di mana kedua negara ini berkolaborasi dalam industri pembangunan, construction industry, juga untuk memperhebatkan dalam pembangunan dalam digital, teknologi dan juga solution dan sistem yang lain. Jadi MOU kali ini bukan sekadar di bidang ITS, transport system, maka kita mempereratkan lagi antara kedua buah negara yang selama ini pun dah ada banyak projek-projek mega di Malaysia yang dibina dan dilakukan oleh syarikat pembina dari Korea untuk Penang Bridge dan juga satu daripada menara Petronas ini kalau kita nak sebut, di mana kita kata landscape di Kuala Lumpur ni banyak juga kerana syarikat-syarikat pembinaan dari Korea membantu dalam industri kita. Jadi saya pada tahun ini 2 kali dah pergi ke Korea untuk ITS system, bulan Mei dan bulan Oktober dalam program ITS, Intelligent Transport System. Jadi ini menunjukkan atau memberi gambaran berapa erat di antara Malaysia dan Korea kita berkolaborasi dalam teknologi dan transport system. Ini sangat memberi banyak manfaat kepada Malaysia. Kita belajar daripada apa yang telah dicapai di Korea, Intelligent Transport System. Jadi banyak kaedah, banyak dapat kita manfaat daripada kolaborasi.
Dato' Seri, is there any particular technology or new intelligent traffic system which we are looking at from Korea?
Well, currently, as everybody would know, that we are looking into the best, if I may say, technology in MLFF, kalau kita boleh kata lah.
But so you can ask you another question too. On road safety with regards to lightings on the highway. There have been some reports that there are stretches of federal roads in Johor Bahru, where about 30 kilometers, some drivers have complained that there's poor lighting or there are no lighting at all.
Let's put it this way. We would want to have every inch of road lighted up if we can. However, we are still constrained by resources, and that is why for the time being our policy is to light up areas where it is accident prone, areas, and also where at the junctions and at the bridges, we are not able yet to light up the entire length of road. Kita tak mampu lagi mencahayakan sepanjang jajaran jalan tu. Sebab itu kita masih ada jalan yang gelap lah. Kan tetapi memang kita mohon tahun ke tahun ini bajet ini keuangan kita diberi tambahan supaya kita akhirnya dapat mencahayakan jalan kita.
Is the ministry working together with, for example, maybe the police to identify stretches of roads which need lights?
Of course, not just with the police. Even on our own, we have data bank. We know every meter of our roads, But of course, we always collaborate with other agencies like the police, for instance, to identify accident-prone areas.
mempersiapkan projek? Mungkin komen berapa jumlah kontraktor yang terlibat, mungkin berapa jumlah projek yang lewat juga?
Saya tak detail berapa banyak projek lewat. Kita sebenarnya memang ada projek lewat, kita tidak menafikan. Saya beri gambaran, projek lewat, projek bermasalah, ataupun projek sakit. Kita dalam kita punya maklumat tu, kita hanya dalam 3% saja dalam keseluruhan projek yang kita laksanakan. Bayangkan, dia bukan banyak sangat, tapi memanglah yang menjolok mata dan yang orang tak tahu. Tapi projek yang ahead of time 1 tahun pun ada. Orang tak cakap. Most of our project are actually ahead of time, siap ataupun tepat masanya. Yang 3% saja. Tapi walaupun 3% kecil itu, kita tumpu perhatian juga. Jadi KSU dia buat kita jadual kuasa khas untuk kita pantau, untuk kita ambil tindakan yang sepatutnya mengikut tata kelola. Jangan lupa kontrak ini dia ada legal aspek dia. Kita tak boleh sewenang-wenangnya nak tamatkan program itu saja, ya. Jadi puncanya selalunya elemen-elemen dalam proses keawalan tu ada tapak, mungkin ada masalah. Tapak itu bukan diurus dari satu agensi kemudian saja, dia melibatkan kerajaan negeri, kerajaan PBT dan agensi-agensi yang lain. Selain itu, kalau kita nak bina jalan, kita kena alihkan utility yang sedia ada untuk kita lebarkan jalan. Itu memerlukan kerjasama daripada agensi, pihak-pihak yang mempunyai utility itu satu. Dan memang kita akui banyak projek bermasalah kerana manajemen urusan ataupun kelemahan kewangan syarikat itu sendiri. Jadi dia pelbagai, kita tak boleh nak rangkum satu kerana satu alasan saja, ya. Sebab itu kita kena urus dengan terbaiklah. Ya.
Let's see one last question. Coming back on lighted roads, are there situations where there are there are lampposts, but there's no electricity going to the lamppost, there's no lights?
Possible lah, dia mungkin rosak, vandalism, jangan lupa, saya tak nak sebut, tapi benar, vandalism is quite rampant. Jadi kita cuba, sebab orang curi kabel jadi kita gantikan yang lamppost yang berkabel tu kepada yang LED solar. Itu pun kadang-kala ada juga orang tumbangkan itu, dah dia ambil apa dia nak lah. Jadi baguslah soalan ini. Saya menggunakan peluang ini untuk merayu kepada semua pengguna jalan raya, rakyat biasa semua. Hormatilah arti harta kerajaan atau harta agensi yang lebih-lebih lagi tujuannya adalah untuk keselamatan dan keselesaan anda semua sebagai pengguna jalan raya, ya.
Thank you.